My name is Samantha Copeland. I am a program facilitator here at ServiceTitan, and today I'm going to bring you another TAD tune-up video, which is a series where we highlight a feature within TitanAdvisor to help you get as much out of ServiceTitan as possible. Today we're going to be talking about forms. So let's go ahead and hop in and have a look at TitanAdvisor to learn more about it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And of course, to get to TitanAdvisor, we're going to come up here to the upper right-hand corner and click on that rocket ship icon to bring us to TitanAdvisor Overview. Once we are here in the overview, the business section that we're going to click into is going to be selling and performing work. And then once we are in selling and performing work, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the next stage here, which is going to be acceleration. And what we're going to be looking for, as far as today's feature goes, is enhance the customer experience with mobile forms. Right off the bat, we can see that this is a quick win. And as a reminder, a quick win is a feature that requires a low level of effort to implement, but provides significant ROI. And then, of course, we can also see that we have 4 points on the line to go towards our Titan score if we implement this. So let's go ahead and click into this and see what ServiceTitan's looking for to complete this particular feature. So up at the top, we can see that this is a feature that's good for all customer types. And we can also see that it is designed for the business goals of increasing efficiency as well as providing exceptional service. Now, Forms and ServiceTitan Mobile empower your technicians to manage their workflows efficiently and deliver a top-notch customer experience every time. Create more accurate documentation, keep your processes consistent, and identify opportunities to increase ticket size and grow your business by using forms. Now, of course, the KPIs that we can see affected here are going to be your customer satisfaction rating, and who doesn't want that? Now let's go ahead and scroll down here and look at what needs to be set up and of course how ServiceTitan is looking for us to use this particular feature. My items are already set up so we can see this particular section is collapsed. If yours is the same, all you need to do is click on that arrow icon and it will re-expand for us. And the setup is pretty straightforward for this one. All ServiceTitan is looking is to activate and publish a form. That's the only setup that ServiceTitan needs. And once that's published, that form is then available to the technicians in the mobile app for them to start collecting that information about the customer, about the location, the equipment. The possibilities are endless. And also, I want to highlight that these forms can be filled out by the office as well. So if you do have forms that you want your office staff to be filling out, by publishing a form, it's immediately available for them to start filling out as well. Now, you might be wondering, how many forms do I need to publish in order for this particular setup step to be completed? And it's only one. The success criteria is at least one form is published. Now, let's go ahead and hop into the settings in ServiceTitan so we can see exactly where this publishing happens. So I'm going to hop over to my another tab here so I can kind of hold my place in TitanAdvisor. And we're going to head into settings. And once we are in settings, we're going to just search for forms. Now here in the forms section, we'll be able to see a list of all the forms that we have created that have been published or are still living as unpublished. As a reminder, once it's published, it's immediately available to be filled out by the mobile side of ServiceTitan or in the office side. And it's pretty clear looking at the screen which ones we have published and which ones we don't. Now, if you do need to update any of these to publish them or unpublish them, you can do it very simply through inline editing by hovering over it, clicking on that little pencil icon, and updating the status accordingly. Or you can come over here and hit the edit pencil, and that's going to open up the entire form configuration, including your ability to publish and unpublish. Now, I'm not going to get too far into the weeds on forms and form configuration. If you guys want to learn more, get some pro tips, etc., highly recommend you guys join us in our Ember sessions. Bring those forms questions with you. Today, we're going to keep it very simple. We're going to publish this form. So I'm going to go ahead and hit published here. Once we have it published, we're going to go ahead and hit save. And that's going to, of course, bring us back here to our forms. And we can see that status has now updated itself. Now, I want to take this opportunity, especially with the new Field mobile app coming out, to show you all where these forms will live in the mobile app once we do have them published. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen share really quickly to show the new Field mobile app with ServiceTitan. And I just want to call out that I am doing this on a laptop computer, so the proportions are a little off on the app, but the app is the same, the buttons are the same. It's just going to look a little bit different. But once we have published that form and our technicians are looking to fill it out, we're going to go ahead and click into our job. And then right below the job details, right above the job summary, we can see a few options of types of information that's available to us, and forms is one of them. When we click into forms, we're going to see all of the forms that are available to, excuse me, fill out. There are business unit filters that you can apply to these forms. And of course, you can see that we can configure these forms to make them required. And this is going to be a very important thing to consider when we get into the next portion of TitanAdvisor, which is how to use, which I'm going to jump into now. But I wanted to just quickly show you guys where these forms live in the mobile app once they are published. So let me go ahead and change my screen share again, excuse me. We're going to head back over to the office side of ServiceTitan. And I'm going to head back over to TitanAdvisor quickly to cover the second and last portion of the feature that we want to talk about today, which is, of course, how to use. From a usage perspective, we're only looking at, did we fill a form out on a job? That's it. It's pretty straightforward, right? From ServiceTitan Mobile, you can fill out and save those forms, which can be reviewed by the office, and they can be sent to customers as well. We've already kind of gone into mobile. We've looked at the job. We've tapped forms, so we saw that portion of it. But getting into the specifics, when we're measuring usage, how does ServiceTitan know we are using these forms? So what's being measured here is the percent of completed jobs with at least one form filled out over the last 30 days. So to reiterate, of all the jobs that we completed over the last 30 days, what percentage of those jobs have a form completed on it? And if you have over 83% of your completed jobs with a form completed on it, then you get the 4 points towards your Titan score. This is where that requirement can come in handy to make sure our technicians are actually filling out the form. So very quickly, if you guys want to know how to mark those as required, if we head back over to our form section, we can do that by applying triggers here. So I'm going to go and hit add trigger on one of these that doesn't have one yet. And we're going to hit add trigger again. And then we're going to select our form type. Oh, actually, let me go back to one that I know is going to be on a job because that's actually what we want to trigger here. There we go. Now, again, we're not going to get too far into the weeds on the rest of the configurations that we see here. But I do want to highlight that that requirement is going to live under these settings. So if you do want to make it required that a form is filled out on a job in order for the technician to close out of that job, this is where you'll do it. In addition to that requirement, we can also add some additional requirements here. So must complete the form at the time of the trigger. That means when the technician is informed that they have a form to fill out, they can't bypass it. They have to fill it out right then and there. And then you can also configure it to trigger on all appointments. So if you have a job that has multiple appointments attached to it, instead of it only being filled out once across the whole job record, you can have it filled out every time a new appointment is worked. And then we can just hit save here. It's going to create that trigger, and we can head back over to our settings where we'll be able to see that trigger applied. All right, and that's going to be our TAD tune-up for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys took away a little tidbit of information. Like I mentioned, if you guys want to learn more pro tips, highly recommend you guys sign up for our Ember sessions. Those can be found at the Customer Resource Hub, and we hope to see you in one of those soon. Thank you guys so much, and stay tuned for the next TAD tune-up.